Hello, Mr. Randy Duck, and welcome back for another video. Today I'll be continuing the grind in the German tech tree tank destroyers, working my way up to Thankyou E100 tier 10 tank destroyer. But today I've got 3 replays in the Jagdpanther II, and this tank destroyer, I must admit, I've had so much fun playing. It's got a fantastic 490 alpha gun, with 246 penetration on your standard AP rounds with 920 shell velocity. But then on the premium APCR rounds, you've got 311 penetration with 1150 shell velocity APCR rounds. And that is filthy, and you can rack up a lot of damage with this tank. You have 6.5 gun depression, I believe, which is sort of okay, and you can sort of work angles, so, you know, it's not too bad. And then it still has decent concealment. I've got the concealment down, you know, with the setup I'm running to about 273. And with the sort of structure of this tank, the armour, like, yeah, most stuff is going to be able to go straight through your superstructure and your front of the tank. But when you actually got a little bit of an angle on the slope, you can get quite a lot of auto ricochet angles, especially when you're top tier. You can actually bounce quite a few shots, which can be quite, you know, surprising. But the gun itself is just fantastic. And you know, here we are on the first map, platooned up with Swindle 321 in this light tank, in this Tiger Shark here. And we're in a good position here just to farm these tanks. You know, we're undetected, using our good concealment, and this is where the gun just feels so nice. Like, you just pick up damage so quickly because you're hitting tanks so hard with a decent reload, and already up to 1,400 damage. Unfortunately, farming these poor tier 6 tanks here, picking up the first kill of damage, and my fourth penetration there of the game. And we're going to move slightly forward again to see if we can get any more shots here into this medium tank. Unfortunately, we just missed that shot there, which is a shame. But we should have another opportunity to pick up a kill. We're just going to get a little bit less damage for it. But then he moves out of our range. We get the kill there on the M4 in the end, putting us into 2,000 damage with our second kill of the game. And we're going to keep moving forward to see if we can try and get some more damage. I think a lot of the enemy team are kind of sort of stuck in this area, or sort of pushing around towards our base. But our base is fairly well defended, so we're just going to try and rack up as much damage as we can here. Get a nice shot there into the SU, put us under 2,500. And then we've got this enemy T-77 in front of us, and the enemy artillery, the Fun Police, shooting at us, which is a little bit awkward. Now, I decided just to try and get this T-77 to bait round, to try and get him to come round the corner so he could get shot by our team. Unfortunately, he comes round, and the first shot he fires into me happens to set me on fire, and I lose most of my hit points on this fire. So that is far from ideal, and then I get shot by the artillery, and I was having a good game with 3,000 damage, and then suddenly I'm now on a one shot, and it's going to make my life a lot more difficult. But obviously fires with the German tank destroyers, you know, German tanks in particular, can happen quite a lot. You know, you get shot through the lower plate, hits your engine deck, and sort of, well, hits your engine and sets your engine on fire. So yeah, it can happen quite a lot. So we are winning this game. We are sort of quite comfortably winning this. You know, managed to get another shot into that TD. I mean, putting ourselves on to 3,400. I mean, like I say, the gun on this tank is just where it just excels at. It's so fun to play. I don't know why I put off playing this line to this long, to be honest with you. But I've had quite a lot of fun playing this tank. I'll probably go back and free market just because I've enjoyed playing it. But we're going to try and push forward now. There's only 6 enemy tanks remaining in this one. We are 14 tanks, so yeah, already lost 1 tank. So I'm pretty confident we're going to win this one. It's just whether we can end with a little bit more damage. We'd like to try and pick up a little bit more. Looking to try and get a shot here on this tank crossing. We're just waiting to see if we get an opportunity. We do squeeze one in, which puts us closer to the 4,000 mark. And we're just going to wait to, hopefully we may get a second window of opportunity to pick up a shot. But it looks like it might have got away from us. We're just waiting to see. But unfortunately, yeah, it doesn't happen. So we're going to try and move on. Hopefully we don't kill ourselves going down that climb, which, yeah, could happen because of physics is a thing. And we're just going to try and get there and try and get as much damage as we can. Unfortunately, we can't really take any more shots anymore, which is kind of awkward, which might you know, if you've got more hit points left at the end of the game, and you can just sort of eat a shot to get another penetration of damage, which is always is good. But it's actually fairly mobile as well. Have actually got top speed, I think, of like 55 kilometers an hour. I mean, you can't always get there, but if you're going down like a hill or something, then you can pick up get a bit of damage. Unfortunately, we missed that shot there on that medium. We didn't fully aim it, but yeah, it was a bit unfortunate. It would have been nice to have got that shot in there into that medium, because he's chasing after our friend Swindle in the light tank. Would have been good to put him on 2 or 1 shot. But we do have enemy IS coming round. We get 1 shot in. He kid 1 shot us here. Finishes off, but thankfully his shot derped. It didn't hit the lower plate. I want to try and hide my lower plate, so he has to shoot my superstructure and I have a chance of bouncing. Unfortunately, I bounced that shot. I should have waited for him to come a bit higher, and then I wouldn't have ricocheted that. I was just trying to side scrape there just to deflect that shot, and I do. But I managed to get the shot in anyway. We put him onto 1 shot. We're going for the ram. We do pick up the ram kill, putting us on that 34 hit points remaining, with 3 enemy tanks remaining now. We're just shy of 5,000 damage with 3 kills and 600 assistance. Only 2 tanks now. One of them is the pest of a vanguard, which could be a little bit awkward to hit, to say the least. I'm sure we've all had those vanguard experience where they're just darting across the map and just like, please someone hit this tank. But we're going to try and set up and get ourselves in a position to get the kill. I'm not going to go chasing this around if I'm honest. I'm just going to wait for an opportunity. And we led the shot, we hit the shot, and then as always, if what happens with the vanguards, we just do the track damage. So yeah, 311 penetration, but we just managed to damage his tracks. But yes, we don't pick up the kill, but we do pick up Release is dead, and we do get a nice shot there into that enemy tank crossing any medium, put us on to 5,300 damage. And I suspect that's probably the last shot of damage we're going to get in this game. But we are going to start heading over just in case we get one last opportunity to pick up a 4th kill. But chances are, I think he's going to get taken out by our friendly teammate in front of him. But it gets unspotted. We actually started the cap circle, which, yeah, I don't think we're going to have to worry about capping out. If I'm honest with you, the medium tanks are now surprised he's actually undetected. There's 2 tanks over there. Now I'm starting to think, well, maybe I will get over there and pick up the kill. I'm just going to check his hit points, but then he is on a 1 shot. He should get taken out any minute now, and that will bring us into this game, which we ended up having a decent game. 5,300 damage, 638 assistance. Managed to block 640 damage, picking up 3 kills there as well. And yeah, I don't think we could have done too much more. Maybe we would have penned a couple more shots and might have been able to get to 6,000. But that is the end of replay number 1. But we've got 2 more replays to come, so let's move on to the second replay of the video. Okay, so here we are for replay number 2. Again, platooned up with Swindle, playing in his AMX French medium tank. And this time we're on Ellenberg, and it is bottom tier. We have 1 enemy light tank on each team, 1 enemy fun police. Now, he's on Ellenberg, so initially, obviously, in the tank Swindle's in, it's pretty quick. It's almost like a light tank in terms of its mobility, and it's got good view range and camo. So he's going to push straight forward aggressively to see if he can spot that cross. And I'm going to try and get into position to get shots onto this cross. Now, Swindle did go on to have a really good game in this particular replay, so he did say to me I have to use this one because normally I use the replays where he doesn't do very well. So we decided that we are going to use this replay today, and he does go on to have a really good game. We both end up having a decent game. He's spotted the cross. We get a nice shot there into the object 140 crossing. Now this is what we're to do. I'm in the tank destroyer. I just want to try and punish the stuff, get some early damage if we can. We try and lead that shot blind. We do actually lead it quite well and hit the shot on the AMX-40 blind. Unfortunately, it just does the track damage, but that does delay him enough time to get detected again, and we get another shot into him. And this poor AMX-140 has not had the most fun, and hopefully we should get the finishing kill there, which we do, putting us on to our first kill of the game, getting 1,300 damage as well, and a decent start to this game. So it looks like quite a few of the enemy team have actually pushed up towards the castle quite early, which doesn't really actually happen that much, to be honest with you. You normally only get like a couple of tanks, and then Ellenberg kind of turns into a bit of a campy fest quite a lot of the time. I'm just waiting to hear at the moment to see if anything is going to cross again. I could probably push over to try and get shots of those other tanks where they're fighting, but I was just thinking they was going to die before I get there, just because of the sheer number of tanks we had in that area versus like 2 tanks. But maybe I could have pushed over and got a few shots of damage in. But I'm just waiting here because I see this enemy light tank, tier 9 light tank. I'm seeing if I can get any shots in. If he makes a mistake and allows us to get a shot in, it'd be good to try and pick up a shot into that tank. But now nothing's really happening with 4 tanks up, so I'm just going to move into the centre of the map, getting ready to see if anything gets detected on the hill that we can try and get a shot into them. I'm going to go and play sort of closer to the bridge, just because if I sense the opportunity to be able to cross over, I want to be close enough to be able to do it. But I get detected by this enemy light tank, and now I need to try and stay somewhat in cover to keep myself safe and stuff on the hill, while our team who have sort of won the castle area start to push around. And hopefully when they do start to push around, they're going to light a few tanks up. Now, one thing you do have to be careful with the Jagdpanther is its reverse speed. It's very, very slow, so you can get you in trouble. I'll get a nice shot into enemy heavy, and that's why I'm sort of kind of faced so I can drive forward into cover, just because when you try and reverse in back, the reverse speed's very slow, and you can, if you get caught out in a bad situation, that can catch you out. Unfortunately, we don't hit that shot in the UDIS, which would have been nice. We'll just try and kind of maybe track him in place, you never know. Bounce a few shots off stuff off the hill there. But light tank's a bit of a nuisance, just because where he is, he's just going to keep proxy spotting me all the time. And yeah, it's going to be a little bit awkward to just stay undetected, which I'd kind of like to. But we are quite a lot up. Now this light tank comes around, he puts a few shots into a side and actually damages our engine there. I can't repair the engine at the moment because I've still got my main repair kit on reload. Looking to see if I can get a shot there into that enemy heavy tank. I can't. A light tank, or I think a Scorpion B, gets taken out by a Swindle in his AMX-30. I know the light tank's still around that corner, but I'm looking to try and finish off this enemy T-34, which we do. And now I have support from the big Jagdpanzer E100, which I am sort of leading towards getting, and he is going in. So this is going to give me an opportunity now to push across, hopefully try and take out this light tank and get up to the ridge as quickly as possible, because we haven't really done that much damage yet in this game, if I'm honest. It's been a bit awkward for us to get in there. We do finish off the tier 9 light tank there, but this tank can rack up the damage pretty quickly. So we're going to try and get up to that ridge, and hoping these tanks have still got quite a lot of hit points left, so we can try and pick up some more damage. It looks like the enemy bar is pretty much full health, so he's probably going to be the target I'm looking to try and get some shots into, because hopefully if he's not paying attention, he's not really going to suspect me coming up here. But it looks like all 3 of these tanks are very healthy, the last 3 tanks, so maybe I can try and pick up some damage on these last remaining tanks. We've only got 2,000 damage at the moment. We have got 3 kills. Going to try and get a nice shot into that medium tank we do there. Where he is, we can try and stay safe from the other tanks while just getting shots in, because we can potentially eat shots off this tank. But where we are, quite an extreme angle, our lower plate was hidden, and we're bouncing shots off of our superstructure. Pick up the 4th kill there. Going to get a shot into the bar. Don't roll high enough to pick him up. Do we get a shot to get a nice one into this enemy medium tank? We don't. Swindle takes it out, and that brings us then to replay number 2. So let's just see how we got on before we move on to the final replay. So there we go. We have an alright game. We get 3,600 damage, 4 kills, 1,000 assistance, ace tanker and a brother in arms. But Swindle actually goes on to have a really good game there himself, having like almost 5,000 damage, 2,500 assistance in a bottom tier lobby. So really good game. So it's nice that we both managed to have a decent game, both getting 4 kills. And that is it for replay number 2, with the final replay to come. Okay, so here we are for the final replay on how our fall will pass. And this time we are platooned again with Swindle 321. There is 2 enemy front police in this game, 2 enemy light tanks, and we are top tier. So yeah, initially we're just going to try and push across. I mean, this map I'm never a massive fan of, if I'm honest. I don't like completely hate it, and I have had good games for this map. I'm just not. I find it sometimes can be a little bit boring to play. So I'm just waiting here just to see if anything gets spotted initially for us to get some shots in. We do have an opportunity to get a shot there into that enemy light tank, and we do get 1 shot in, putting them onto a 1 shot. And yeah, I think unfortunately doesn't quite get away, but that is quite helpful. and now we're going to try and push across. So just having a little look to see where the tanks are. I'm thinking maybe we can try and get shots into these tanks in front of me here with the help of Swindle. Swindle's just dumped his clip now. No, sorry, he hasn't dumped his clip to get some shots in this light tank, sorry. And now I'm hoping to try and finish him off, and we do, picking up our first kill of the game and getting 700 hit points. And now I'm just trying to have a look to decide what's the best thing to do. I'm just having a look behind me to see what that tank is. I'm thinking I'm going to go and try and deal with these heavy tanks you see in the bottom of this little corner, because if they've actually pushed round, and being top tier, I might be able to try and get over there quickly. Hopefully I don't get punished on the cross, and help our friendly tanks out there and try and just get my big gun into action. You can just, with that 490 alpha, you can just take away tier 8's hit points so quickly with that. So we get a nice shot into this IS-6, putting him down to a 2-shot. I'm going to try and focus that tank out if I can. Just when there's multiple tanks there, you want to just try and get rid of guns, because that gives you less chance of taking damage with the less tanks there. So we bounce a shot there off the IS-6. We should be able to try and finish him off here. We do, picking up our second kill of the game. And now we're going to hopefully try and finish off this enemy medium tank, leaving this enemy Rex. And we squeeze that shot in, getting 3 kills in now, and get 2,500 damage. Going to try and get another shot into this other IS-6 here, which we do, or the Hydra, and we pick up another shot of damage there, putting us into just shy of 3,000 damage. And it's ended up working out quite nicely, us coming down to this position. I'm glad we got there quite early. We picked up a lot of damage from it, from a lot of those tanks. Unfortunately, we do have the Fun Police to contend ourselves with when we push around this corner, but we just pick up the 4th kill there onto the Tiger II. We spot an enemy Italian tank destroyer in the back, which is a little bit awkward. I want to try and just push around and finish off this kill, because I should be able to get the 5th kill on the Hydra, which we do. Put us to 4,000 damage with 5 kills, and we've had a really decent start to the game. 5 kills already. It's a good chance we can try and pick up some more. I need to get rid of this Italian tank, because then I can go round. He's got an awkward angle on our tanks basically, and I want to just get rid of this tank. So on full health, I'm thinking, this tank's going to be a free shot to us. I'm going to go in, maybe our artillery will help us out, because he's shooting at this tank and land a shot whilst we keep him spotted. I'm going to try and aim this shot. We get 1 in for his lower plate. Unfortunately though, we're not able to bounce that shot. Now this is, like I say, a little bit awkward. We should be able to put him onto 1 shot. We do bounce a shot. Now he's putting onto 1 shot. Now, unfortunately, artillery is just constantly shooting us, and we are trapped in place, which is awkward. And that, unfortunately, we rushed that shot, which could end up killing us and costing us here. About 5,000 damage with 5 kills. Like I say, just constantly getting shot by the artillery is just making this a nightmare for me. I want to get rid of this Italian tank so that essentially I'm not going to keep getting spotted, to keep getting shot at by the artillery. We're going to wait, we're going to aim that shot, make sure we pen it. We do, we get the 6th kill now, and now we're just trying to get out of dodge before those Fun Police, the artillery pieces, just constantly shoot us and try and finish us off. Maybe we can get revenge on them later. Like I said, we're on 6 kills, so we've got potential to pick up a devastating medal here. Unfortunately, we go for it there, wasn't able to get the shot in time, but might even be able to pick up a Radley's if we're lucky. And then we're going to try and go around. We know there's an enemy artillery piece around here. We probably could swap to the HE shells, because we can pen him with the HE, would pick up a bit more damage on the artillery piece. But there's so much covering around this area. I wanted the APCR in case I needed to shoot through just destructible cover to penetrate them. Enemy artillery is getting spotted on us left. He is a 1-shot to us. He's aiming for us, but thankfully we get that shot in, picking up the 7th kill there. And it's just whether we can get to the artillery piece and pick up the final kill, which we wasn't, because the other final tank gets spotted going towards our base, trying to kill our friendly Fun Police, and I don't think we're going to be able to get over there in time. It's quite a distance away from us, but we're going to head over there because, well, why not? But looking like we've got a medium tank there. I have no idea what this tank is and how many hit points it got left, but it would be nice to pick up the Radleys, but like I say, I think it's unlikely, and he does actually get killed by our friendly artillery piece, and that brings us an end to the video. So let's just see how we got on there. We managed to pick up the devastating medal, 7 kills, 5,200 damage, blocked about 1,000 assistance. Of course, we get the ace tank again and high caliber. And there you go, that is the Jagdpanther II. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, happy tanking.